As a teacher, what's the saddest thing you've found out about one of your students? As a teacher, what's the saddest thing you found out about one of your students? I was teaching high school chemistry, preparing for a laboratory assignment. There are safety procedures to be followed, and one of them is to shed the heavy coats and sleeves before you don the lab coat. She was a quiet and sweet girl. Good, solid grades. Not A's, but you could tell. She could if she were so inclined. She was certainly bright enough. However, she always wore a big hoodie, and today we were doing a lab. I came to her and told her that she had to take off her hoodie. Quietly, she asked if it was possible for her to keep it on. I found this a little odd, but the rules were in place for her safety, so I insisted she took off the hoodie. As I took the hoodie, I saw her arms. I raised my eyes to hers and nearly fell to my knees. Her eyes were filled with shame, and my eyes were filled with horror. I quietly asked her to join me in the hall and left my class. Once in the hall, I told her we were going to the assistant principal's office and she was not in trouble. I was concerned for her and worried for her well-being. As we walked down the hall, I began to cry. She started to look concerned for me, which is when I realized. Crying in front of her was unacceptable. I must show her strength and support. When we got to the assistant principal's office, I told the assistant principal about the scars all over the student's arm from her SH. The assistant principal asked me to leave, but the student said she would be more comfortable with me in the room. What she told us was heartbreaking. She started by explaining that her mother was a substance user and had sold certain aspects of herself to pay for the substances. Due to her mother's condition, the student and her younger brother were neglected. She told us how her mother had locked them in their bedroom for 4 days without food or water or even a diaper for her little brother. This type of neglect had been occurring for her entire childhood. It was all she knew. We contacted CPS and they removed her and her little brother from their mother's custody. However, she had no relatives and was going to go into the foster care system. As a former orphan, it hurt my heart to think about this poor girl in the foster care system after having such a hard childhood already. I did the only thing I could think of. I asked her if she and her brother would want to live with me. She agreed, and I did my best to take care of them and show them the love that they had missed out on earlier in their childhood. It's been 6 years since then. Her brother is now a little third grader and as happy as can be, and she has just graduated college and wants to become a teacher.